An old colleague of mine, Edward Haley, appears to be in trouble. He's what you might call an Azteca sorologist. You don't know what that is? Well, when you find him, feel free to ask him all about it. You can reach Haley's observatory via the Stella Itzamna. That's a large stone slab kept in the Royal Museum in Marleybone. Go there now and make sure he is safe and sound.
Goodness, those are some of Morgant's hideous bugmen. Quick, you better deal with them.
Nightbringer, we crash!
By the spiral, thank you for saving me from those terrifying creatures. I had just received the most unusual visitor when those brutes appeared and attacked. Yes, a Quetzal arrived with a message tied around her neck. What's a Quetzal? They're a type of winged snake from Azteca. They're all extinct now. Well, they're supposed to be. Maybe this one hadn't heard. Quetzals were known to be vicious and protective, or occasionally tame. I'll let you find out what type she is. If you gently collect the Quetzal from the garden, we can have a look at the message she's carrying.
You step up to the Quetzal. She's some sort of winged snake. A little bit cute, even. She seems to like you.
Yes, well done. Now try to slip the message off her neck. Ah, you got the message and didn't lose any fingers. Good, good. Nice, Quetzal. Clever girl. It says, Great Magicians of Bartleby, Azteca trembles in the shadow of Xibalba. Please come at once for our salvation. It is signed by 3 names, Pakal Redmask, Tezcat 3-Star, and Zalen Reedwalker. Why, there's a spiral key here. I thought they were all lost when Azteca was destroyed by a great comet a decade ago. But perhaps we were all wrong, and Azteca persists. Quick, let us look through the telescope at the top of the observatory.
You see a new spiral world, or more accurately, a very, very old world. The comet that encircles the world looks like a bad omen to you.
You were able to see the spiral world? For the longest time, I could only see a cloud of dust in the night sky. The Aztecasaurs are the oldest race in the spiral. Their ancestors lived in the first world before it shattered. I assumed Azteca was lost, but perhaps there is yet hope for the Aztecasaurs, a wonderful, creative, and fierce people. I'm reminiscing too much, aren't I? You must take this Quetzal and her message back to Cyrus Drake at Ravenwood immediately.
Ah, finally, the wizard returns. What do you have with you? A Quetzal! Remarkable! I had no idea Azteca still survived. It is a place of the oldest powers and greatest legends. This message you recovered is fascinating. Clearly a cry for help. Someone really should investigate and see what is going on. You had best bring this news to Headmaster Ambrose.
Oh, hello, Wizard. Did I just summon you? Cyrus sent you here? Is it myth-related? A Quetzal messenger from Azteca. You say the poor creature was being chased by Morgant's minions. Oh, very worrisome. Let's take a look at that message. Oh, my. A plea for help against the forces of shadow. Years ago, Azteca was cut off from the rest of the spiral by a great comet. Many believed it was destroyed, but I was not so sure. The spiral now reveals this world to us in its darkest hour. It falls upon us to act. Take the key this brave Quetzal brought us and travel through Bartleby's spiral door to Azteca. Find this Pakal Red Mask and bring light to drive away the shadows. Go quickly, young wizard, but be careful. I suspect Morganth's hand in this somewhere.
By Mother Moon, I cannot quite believe it. I was afraid I would remain alone and be forced to see our light extinguished. I am Pakal Redmask, young magician. I am one of the 3 mystics who wove the spells that guided our messenger to you. But as you see, I stand alone at the edge of the City of 3 Winds. My allies, Tescat 3-Star and Zaylen Reedwalker, are lost. The comet Xibalba brought the Shadow Queen to Azteca, and she has laid waste with her Umbra Legion. My allies are gone. I beg your help. Confront the crazed Thunderhorns in 3 Points, beyond the Zocalo, to learn what happened to Tescat 3-Star.
Tescat 3-Star. Shadows, chase him into the maw.
Tescat fled into the maw. That leads underground, where the hungry dead stir. When the comet Xibalba first appeared in the sky, 10 cycles passed, the Aztecas or oracles pronounced doom. So they fled underground to live in the mines and dwell among their dead. The maw is the entrance to the caverns of the Cenote. But when the Shadow Queen arrived, the dead awoke, and they were hungry. Let us speak closer to the city. Meet me in the Zocalo proper. While the Shadow Queen has left the City of 3 Winds, her Umbra Legion has agents everywhere. It is crucial we find Tescat 3-Star down in the Cenote and make sure he is safe. You can get there through the maw.
The maw is blocked off by a ton of rubble. No easy way through here. It looks like it was deliberately caved in by something powerful. Maybe Pakal Redmask knows another way in.
Blocked off? What a dastardly diversion! Find the alchemist Sheepley Tailbiter in 3 Points. He's a bit different, but he might have a good idea for clearing a path.
Strange creature, can you make an agreeable sound? Can you understand me? You need to get through the rubble to rescue Tescat 3-Star? Into the maw? I can perhaps help you with that. If you will help me gather some ingredients, I can make you a strong concoction. Go to Lac Willow's Smoke Eye and ask for Salt of Stone. Then Kanaka Sweet Chile for sulfur, and charcoal from Poteca White Ash. And then you'll see Tescat 3-Star.
Shipley Tailbiter sent you for some salt of stone? I have some that's been boiled down, filtered, and sun-dried. Yes, you can have some, but, well, make sure you don't stand too close when he performs his experiment.
You need some sulfur for Shipley Tailbiter? I would like to help you, little one, but the crazed Thunderhorns took it from me. Perhaps if you confront them in 3 Points, you can get some sulfur from them.
Shipley wants charcoal? That fool! Does he want to burn us all to our end before the comet strikes us down? Yes, you can have some. But I dropped it in my rush to get to safety. You'll have to collect it from 3 Points on your own.
You've got everything? Now with the Salt of Stone, the charcoal, and the lovely sulfur, we can make a strong concoction. Smells lovely, doesn't it? Take this carefully, and when you get close to the rubble, throw it hard and then run for your life. Boom! I mean, move back a safe distance. Then find Tescat 3-Star in Cenote. I hope he isn't standing too close. Boom! Big bada boom!
That's a lot of rubble to clear to get into the maw. You hope Shipley's strong concoction lives up to its name. It sure smells strong, like rotten eggs. You throw the strong concoction with all your might, and then hunker down for safety. That was a big bada boom. As the smoke and dust clear, you can see a path into the mall.
By storm, ice, and fire, what kind of strange spirit are you? Not a spirit? Well, whatever you are, I hope you can help me. Our ancestors have risen from the grave, and they are hungry. I have barely been able to resist them. Do you think you could drive some Thunderhorn zombies back to give me a respite? You did it! If you are not a guardian spirit, then what? A magician? By Mother Moon, our messenger reached you? I did not believe Pakal's desperate plan would work, but my blood stirs with your news. How many of you are there? Just you? I see. Mother Moon must know best, I suppose. Well, we must do what we can, and I cannot do much without my axe. My power is in my volcanic axe, but it was broken by Moon Skull zombies. Please, recover the axe pieces for me. Well done, magician. There may be only one of you, but you seem very strong. Excelente! Let us return to the Zocalo so I can repair my volcanic axe. Much better to be breathing the fresh air up here, rather than the stink of the tombs that now pervades the Cenote. The Shadow Queen sensed a ritual and tried to disrupt it. Her minions chased me into the maw and then sealed me in. Talk to Pakal Redmask. We need a new plan.
You freed Teskar Freestar! Well done, young magician! When the Shadow Queen struck at us, our third companion, Zaylen Reedwalker, was captured by her vile minions. A few people saw her dragged into the lower chambers of the Pyramid of the Black Sun. Can you enter the pyramid and rescue her?
What horror of the Shadow Queen are you? Wait, you don't carry her stench or the weight of darkness. Are you a magician of light? You are? Pakal sent you? Our summoning worked. By the Black Sun, I was sure I'd become a fossil in here. You'll need to duel Metzi Burning Water to get the key to my cage. She plots in the inner chamber.
What is this? A fresh scent of blood? I have failed the Shadow Queen. Take the cage key and shame me no more.
Well fought, young magician. I could hear the sounds of your battle from here. You put Metzi Burning Water in her place. I will return to the Zocalo and speak to you and Pakal Redmask there.
Excellent work, young magician. You freed the third of our triumvirate. You fly as high as any wild wing. When the Shadow Queen arrived on Azteca, none of us were prepared for the depths of her ambitions. Let us speak with Zaylen Reedwalker and ask her what she saw of the Shadow.
The Shadow Queen's first act was to take over the Pyramid of the Black Sun. The Black Sun necromancers have long been entrusted with preparing our dead for proper burial. But now they have fallen into the Shadow Queen's web of corruption. Who knows what terrible secrets they taught her? Young magician, you have already proven yourself capable of tackling the Shadow Queen's forces. We need to investigate the central chamber of the Pyramid of the Black Sun and determine the Shadow Queen's true goals. Go search the pyramid. You'll have to get permission from the King's Guard, Acosta Hanging Moss.
You, hairy and scaleless one, what are you doing here? The Pyramid of the Black Sun is closed to all on the King's order. To enter, you'll need to speak to the King directly, but he won't see an outsider on a whim. Befriend Yakate Farwalker first.
What have we here? Some kind of plucked bird? No, too hairy, but not enough for an old cat. Perhaps you are a hairless jaguar cub. You wish to see King Axaya Knife Moon? The new king? First of his name? The young ruler? The untested and the desperate? Axaya, son of Tezozumak. He who never ruled but was married to the princess of Totorzli. Last and only child of Ilwikamina. The great king Ilwikamina, the Sky Archer, the Thunder Lizard, the ruler of the Triple Alliance, the tyrant of Azteca. You need a gift of Xochitl flowers for the king. Find them by the hot pools. Then go for a dip. You have an outsider smell. Once you have the gift and cleaned yourself up, then you can see the king.
You must admit, washing away the grime of spiral door travel does make you feel better. And you smell very pretty now, too.
Who are you that brings a war challenge directly to the fangs of King Azteca Knife Moon? And why do you smell so pretty? Do you wish to formally declare a challenge for the throne of Azteca? Although you initiated a war challenge that could only result in one of our deaths, I will ignore it as you are an outsider. Perhaps next time you will take the time to learn about a new culture before you accidentally offend someone. However, you are just in time. I need someone like you, who can bully their way into strange and possibly hostile areas. The royal badge of leadership was lost in Cenote when the Hungry Dead arose. Can you find it? I'd search the Trias Palace.
It's clear a great battle was fought here recently. Wait, is that someone over there? She doesn't look like a zombie.
Please, can you help me? If you can drive the Hungry Dead back, I'll never make it. The Thunderhorn zombies and Moonskull zombies are both hungry. You duel Hungry Dead like you were trained in the Pyramid of the Black Sun. You've bought me a little time. Can you find some of the glowing Isar mushrooms? You can find some near the dwellings. You found some. These have strong healing properties. Thank you. You were sent here to look for the Badge of Leadership? Of course! King Azteca's rule is imperiled without it. Our last king, Akampi Ritfist, still wore the badge when he was dragged off by the Hungry Dead into the mines. You need to delve into the deepest mines to find Akampi Ritfist and recover the Badge of Leadership. I believe King Akampi Ritfist was killed by the Hungry Dead, but no one knows for certain.
Greetings, outsider. I am the true king of the Aztecosaurs. My rule extends from even beyond death. Prepare to slake my hunger. You will have to take the Badge of Leadership from my cold, dead hands. Oh, wait.
You do as the fallen king said, and remove the Badge of Leadership from his cold, dead hands. However, it continues to radiate with a strong feeling of death and the underworld.
You have recovered the Badge of Leadership! Well done, young magician! King Akampi Ritfist's demise will be recorded as a great tragedy, but at least we know his final fate. You are right, young magician. The Badge of Leadership has become corrupted by death magic. While that would be fine for an undead king, it's not so fitting for a new untested ruler. You'll need to reconsecrate it before returning it. There are several things we will need. Collect raw gold from around the mines. You'll also need fire quetzal venom. You can get some from the fire quetzals kept by the dwellings. Finally, you'll have to gather broken calendar stone pieces by battling the Moonskull zombies who stole them. You managed to get everything so fast? Good work! In order to reconsecrate the Badge of Leadership, you'll need to reassemble the calendar stone in the Pyramid of White Fire. The rebuilt calendar stone will melt the raw gold so you can reshape the badge, and the fire quetzal venom will burn out the corruption. But the pyramid has been occupied by Skirky's Screaming Moon, a necromancer who has thrown herself over to the Shadow Queen.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead, you ask? I am Skirky's Screaming Moon! Ah, superstition, fear, and jealousy, my undoing.
With Skirk's screaming moon out of the way, you were able to put the calendar stone pieces back together. Despite having been broken by some immense force, the calendar stone pieces fit together perfectly. You place the raw gold atop it, and it melts to restore the badge of leadership. Finally, you apply the fire Quetzal venom, and the traces of corruption burn away.
You defeated Skirk's screaming moon so easily? You fight like one of the great beast-footed carnivores. Take the newly reconsecrated badge of leadership back to King Axaya Knife Moon in 3 points. With luck, this will be the symbol he needs to unify the people around him. I'll return to the Zócalo myself.
Hello again, young magician. You smell as if you are victorious in battle. What do you have there? The badge of leadership? I am impressed, young magician. You still wish to investigate the interior of the Pyramid of the Black Sun? I worry that it contains terrors too great for even you. But go inside with my permission. Only tell me what you find.
My goodness, the young wizard. I had not expected to run into you again. I need to repay you for our last little dust-up. This will be a fitting end to your life's pursuits. You're about to become a permanent addition to the annals of magic. Who knows? In 1,000 years, perhaps young wizards will be studying your greatest failures. Wait! Hold your final spell! I have information that will be of interest to you. If you let me leave, I will tell you the Shadow Queen's plan. Interesting, yes? Yes, I thought so. Morgant came here to search for the Horn of Huracan, the horn which is referred to in prophecy. It is believed to be in one of the step pyramids of Azteca. Thus, she needed to win over the Azteca saw necromancers to be her guides. She is off on the dark wind now. Perhaps if you hurry, you can catch up to her.
With Belloc out of your hair, perhaps you should look around. This sarcophagus does not look like it is from Azteca. It seems to radiate evil and menace. Just looking at it makes you feel like someone walked over your grave.
A grim portent indeed. I do not know this Horn of Huracan you speak of, nor this Belloc. He sounds untrustworthy. Next time, give him to us. Perhaps the mystics can help you decipher the Shadow Queen's plan. Speak to Pakal Redmask, then return to me with his words.
Hello, magician. I sense you have learned something of the shadow. This Belloc creature said what? The Horn of Huracan? Oh, I am not versed in this particular prophecy. Still, if the Shadow Queen is searching the Great Step Pyramids, she'll be after the Pyramid of the Stormeye next. It lies in the deepest part of the swamp. You need to ask King Axaya to open the Serpent Gate for you.
Did Pakal Redmask shed any light on the Shadow Queen's plotting? The Serpent Gate? Why would you want to go out there? Mangrove Marsh is deadly, and Saltmeadow Swamp even more treacherous. I know little about that place, but if you are determined, you may honor me with another gift. Find my scout party. They went into Mangrove Marsh and vanished. Toki Two-Face will tell you what you need to know to find them. She is just outside.
You come from King Axaya Knife Moon? Quickly, tell me what you want. Yes, we sent a scout party into Mangrove Marsh to explore the long-standing Tula village. Their goal was to see if Tula village was still safe from the hungry dead, but the scouts have been gone too long now. Take this key to open the Serpent Gate, but find the scout party for King Axaya.
What? Can't you speak normally? Ah, you can speak. Excellent. I wasn't sure if you were, educated. You are looking for an Azteca scout party? I know nothing about that, but my men might know something, only they are also missing. I suggest you defeat some Thunderhorn ghouls near the tombs and look for clues to my missing Wild Wing hunters.
The last ghoul had some feathers stuck to him. You notice a further trail of feathers. The trail of feathers leads into this tomb.
One comes. One who will feel desolate, abandoned, and without hope. One who will suffer. One is sorry, but the wrong one.
Thank you so much for freeing us. He was terrifying. We'll go find Atabay now.
You found my men! That was a truly brave thing! Having spoken with my men, I can tell you that there are some Smoking Mirror scouts camping out north of Tula Village. You'll probably have to engage some in order to make them listen to you. You know what those cold-blooded types are like. You aren't cold-blooded, are you?
You'll find our leader, Techotl Red Smoke, over there.
I watched you knock my men about. You fight like a cold-blooded carnivore. We are trying to find a haven for our people, far from the newly risen hungry dead. Ah, you've seen the Cenote, have you? My people built the Tula village many years ago, and it is time for us to return. But the avians invaded it, and won't give it up. We can't fight without the war challenge, and ours was stolen by the ghoul, Mozart Turtle Hunter. Could you get it from his tomb?
What comes into my lair? You wish a war challenge? It is a pretty thing. I'll give you a war challenge. I am battled and broken and beaten.
The war challenge appears to be a fancy shield and bundle of arrows arranged symbolically. It's half buried in the ghoul nest. It's a bit slimy, but you figure the Smoking Mirrors can be the ones to clean it up.
Ha! You recovered it! A mighty war challenge it is. What is this? Ghoul Icar? Now we can send a proper message to the avian squatters who have taken over Tula village. I need you to take the war challenge to their leader. Let me tell you the secret for opening the gate to Tula village. Once inside, trouble some obsidian beaks until they name their leader. Then deliver the war challenge. Let them know our stance.
You look for the tiny lever that Techotl Red Smoke told you about. The gate opens easily.
Our leader, you'll find the Khan Winefeather, close at wing.
What is this? A war challenge? You seek to fight all of us to the last bird? This challenge is from the Aztecasaurs? They claim we have no right to Tula village? They abandoned this area! It is we avians who took care of it these past 10 cycles, while they were convinced the comet Xibalba would fall upon their heads. Still, as much as this challenge is rightly brought, and we'd fight beak and talon for our rights, I must refuse with shame. Kakish Nine Shadows outranks me, but he refuses to speak to anyone. He spends all his time obsessing over his power and rank. But try your luck at the Hall of Plumage.
I do not know who you are, outsider, but Kakwick's Nine Shadows has no time for you. Make like a drum and beat it!
As I said, Kakish Nine Shadows has shut himself in. I think he has gone crazy, trying to master the forces of shadow. Kakish Nine Shadows has vowed he would rather see Tula village burn to a cinder than give it back to the Azteca swords. He has created magical orbs of Natron that can burn water itself, and hidden them around the floating gardens. He will also ignite them if any of us challenge him. However, if you remove the orbs of Natron, he'll lose his leverage. You also have to defeat his personal guard, the left Talons of the Sky, to make sure he isn't alerted in advance. Good work! I can't believe you removed them all so quickly. Kakish still has a stash of orbs. Before he learns what we've done, bully your way past the guard into the Hall of Plumage. Destroy any orbs of Natron you find. Then look for Kakish Nine Shadows and challenge him to a duel. If you are able to defeat that crazy shaman, I can then negotiate a proper war with the Smoking Mirrors.
You again! Are you the one at the center of all that commotion I heard? I have to go warn Kakwik's Nine Shadows. Did I just leave the door unlocked? Oh, I am in so much trouble!
I saw you in my black mirror. You are a snake wearing a fake skin, and you've twisted Akan wine feather with your song. You think you've destroyed all my beautiful fiery orbs, but I'll just make more, and then burn the village down. I can hear the true music, and it's telling me to rend you to pieces. Oh, how did this happen? The music is now locked in my head.
I cannot believe your skill, outsider. To defeat Kakish Nine Shadows is no small task. With Kakish Nine Shadows gone, we can correctly answer the Azteca Sword Challenge. I guess it will be a drawn-out war. Propose peace. We need to stay until our eggs hatch, but we could fly to Alto Alto. This could be a better way. Can you get Techotel Red Smoke to agree to that?
Ah, young magician! I was growing worried about you. Are the avians respectful of our war challenge? Peace! I've never heard of such a thing. I suppose you're right. We certainly need to conserve our strength to deal with the hungry dead. Tell them it's a deal.
Excellent news! You are both a skilled fighter and a clever diplomat. You are looking for the Pyramid of the Storm Eye? You'll need to travel to the Saltmeadow Swamp. But there's a nigh impassable hedge of iron thorns in the way. Fortunately, I have one last orb of Natron. Burn away the iron thorn bramble, and then keep an eye out for a jaguar called Jade Windsun. She's the Pyramid Guardian.
When you toss the orb of Natron into the water by the iron thorn bramble, it hisses almost as loud as an Avalonian dragon. It flares brightly, and you can feel the heat from here. A moment later, the way is clear, if smoky.
I do not know who you are, but I can see a bright light in your heart. I beg you to help me in my struggle against the shadow. This is my most desperate hour. I'm trapped beneath the ground by the Shadow Queen. I have just energy to project my spirit to you. Please rescue me from the dead tree cave. This is my most desperate hour. You're my only hope.
Wizard! Capture and crush into cat cage with witch! Wizard!
Thank you, noble magician. I cannot stand being confined so far from the sun. Meet me up above, where the air is clean. Sweet air. Much better. My role is to serve as protector of the Pyramid of the Storm Eye. But the Shadow Queen's forces ambushed and captured me. I will lead you to the Pyramid of the Storm Eye, but dark forces move against us. We need a rattlestick to open the path. Speak to Cantares Five Flowers, a hermit who lives nearby. He is a mad musician and can help us.
Hello? A magician? It has been a long time since I've seen a magician around these parts. Tell me, do you know Edward from Marleybone? You do know Edward! How is he doing? Now, what can I help you with, magician? My rattlestick for Jade Windson? I wish I could aid you. I am plagued by furry little thieves. They have raided me for months, and they stole my rattlestick. Wait, I have an idea. You'll never guess. If you could find their lair, perhaps we could help each other. Brilliant, no? Be quick like a serpent, and catch some of those Monquistans to find out where they lair.
Flee back to the hideout! The giant bald ape will never find us by our ship!
You discovered their secret lair by their ship? How clever of them! Search around their camp for the rattlestick. You'll probably have to confront some directly. While you are at it, can you recover the baskets of food they've stolen? The foul little creatures have robbed me to tears.
I don't know what a rattlestick is.
He said he didn't know what a rattlestick was? I think he was lying to you. But you managed to recover my food. I can eat again. Would you like me to make you some tamales? They're very good. Now that I've had some food, I can think clearly again. You sure you don't want some algae and habanero tamales? How do we know this Monquistan wasn't lying to you? I think you'll need to question them again. Maybe they'll sing a different tune this time.
Ah, you fight with a true swashbuckle. Have you heard of the Water of Life? It is a wondrous elixir, said to restore your youth and extend your days. I heard from a penguin, never mind now, the Water of Life was on Azteca. If you help me find it, I'll trade your rattlestick. I believe the Moon Skull priestesses near the Tree of Secrets know of it, but they won't talk to me, stuck-upper-sores. You are closer to their freakish height. Talk to them with your spells, if you must, and find the Water of Life for me.
Outsider, we do not know this Water of Life you speak of. And even if we did, we wouldn't tell you.
Really? They had no idea? I was sure they knew of it. Although you failed in your task, I admit a rough respect for your skill. Imagine what we could do if you were one of my soldiers. Come into my ship. I will get you your rattlestick. Do not think you can resist my natural-born leadership. Let me put a shine on you, wizard, and you'll see you must serve me. No? Very well. Let me teach you how to spell servience. I mean subservience. I am defeated. I must bathe in the tears of defeat. Fine. I'll get you the rattlestick. It's outside. I must apologize if you were offended by my aristocratic ways. I know it is hard for the rude provincials to understand our refined accent at times. Here is your rattlestick. You take it and tell that local hermit Cantares Five Flowers not to bother us again.
By the eye of the storm, Cayman. I did not think to see you again so soon. Those Monkeistans are like the devouring spirits of the Black Sun, are they not? You recovered the rattlestick. Let me see it. Huh. It looks like they resisted chewing on it or otherwise fouling it. Good. Jade Windsun will show you where to use it. Shake it strong to call the serpents. I hope you have a good sense of rhythm.
Well done, magician. You managed to assist poor mad Cantares and also put those Monkeistans in their place. That rattlestick is critical to cross the Shoshokti River, but to reach it, we need to enter the sacred nesting grounds. We'll ask the Moon Skull priestesses for a blessing, so as not to disturb the nesting grounds. You met them already? You fought them? By the Storm Eye. You'll need to make peace, and quickly. Find the Sawbill bandit Yak Longcount, who lurks nearby. Recover the ocarina wind flute he stole. Take this to the leader of the priests, Wick Saltwater, and beg forgiveness.
I see something I do not like. Take the ocarina. I can't make it whistle anyway.
The scaleless outsider. Your reputation walks before you. This is not a good thing. What is this you present to me? Our lost ocarina. This is a kind gesture. All right, I will at least hear you out. You ask for a blessing to be allowed into the nesting grounds? You and that jaguar are presumptive. You must do a thing for me. Collect some quetzal eggs. You will need to chase off the fierce quetzals first. You gathered the eggs. Carry them gently, magician. Collecting the eggs may seem like a minor chore to you, but we raise these quetzals to be our sacred messengers. The quetzals are sent across the world to carry messages for the three giant spirits and to help fight against the shadow. Now let me sing you the flower song that opens the Tree of Secrets. In Xochitl in Quicatl. Go through the Tree of Secrets and place the eggs in the nesting ground. Do that and return to me.
You walk up to the Tree of Secrets and meditate on the song Wick Saltwater taught you. Xochitl, 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 Xochitl. There you go. You nestle the eggs in the nests. You hear some hissing chirps from a few hatchlings in the area. They are cute at this size.
Let me see the rattlestick. Yes, this will work. You know how to keep a rhythm? Walk up to the edge of the Shoshokti River and shake the rattlestick in a steady beat. The serpents will come. Show no fear. Cross the Snake Bridge. Assuming they agree that you are a friend, you'll find a Jade Windsun on the other side.
You raise the rattlestick as Wick Saltwater instructed and sound out a solid beat. You hear a rustling, slithering sound in the tall grass. The serpents plunge into the water with a violent spray. They form a long snake bridge with their bodies, slipping and hooking and writhing together. You should hurry across.
Well done, magician. Good thing you have no fear of snakes. The Shadow Queen's minions are crawling all over the pyramid of the Storm Eye. I need to disguise you so you can slip in. Get some cloaks from the Night Weavers down amongst the columns. I'll also need some moonflowers from the nesting grounds. Those Night Weavers were no match for you. I'm sure you could take them all on if you had to, but this way will be faster. The Shadow Queen's minions disturbed many of the group of the 1,000 columns. Each is a monument honoring a great warrior. We should stand up some of the fallen columns to appease the local spirits, and we'll find my cauldron. Excellent. We can use all the kind spirits we can get. Now, let's see what I can brew. I made a transformative potion from the moonflowers. Wrap yourself in the Night Weaver cloaks and drink from the cauldron. It will give you the face of a Night Weaver and let you slip inside the pyramid of the Storm Eye. Once inside, find out what the Shadow Queen's minions are scheming.
You aren't sure you like this too much. Somehow, wearing even an illusion of one of the Shadow Queen's minions feels wrong. And this cloak is super itchy.
You are not of the Shadow, are you? Please, I beg you, repair my tomb. Thank you. The Shadow Queen's servant tore me from my rest, but then discarded me. They said I was not old enough. I'm over 1,000 cycles gone, thank you very much. Not old enough, but I am thankful. She stole the oldest spirits who were here. The Shadow Queen is gone, but her minions are in the central chamber stealing treasures. You must stop them.
What? I'm trying to summon the Storm Cayman and chain him as my servant. I didn't want a stupid wet-nosed wizard. Still, maybe I can feed you to the Storm Cayman. Come to Blue, Agnes. Ah! My summoning spell! Ah!
The codex that Blue Agnes was studying describes the Storm Cayman as the servant of the Great Storm Spirit. Or maybe it is one aspect of the Great Spirit. Hard to say. Either way, it's one big powerful being. Good thing she wasn't able to summon it. What was that crackle of thunder? Uh-oh.
Who dares try to chain the lightning? Well, little thing, you've called down the thunder. Now try holding it in your puny hands. Perhaps I was too quick, little magician. I see now that you carry a light in your spirit, and you oppose the shadow. The Shadow Queen stole the spirits of the 3 eldest Aztecasaurs who rested here. They are like my children. You must help unify the Aztecasaurs around their new king, if Azteca is to have a hope of resisting the Shadow Queen. The reach is long, and it has poisoned one of the king's closest advisors. Go and help him, for Shadow cannot survive the light.
The Shadow Queen's forces are moving faster than I expected, and those dark words of the Storm Cayman worry me greatly. You must return to the Zocalo at once and speak to Pakal Redmask. Tell him what the Storm Cayman revealed to you. Pakal will have an idea how to unearth the shadows infesting the Jura Palace and poisoning young King Axaya Knife Moon.
Young magician, you've been gone so long I was growing worried. Did you find the Pyramid of the Storm Eye? What? A traitor? Tear my tail feathers! King Axaya has 3 close advisors who all serve the former ruler, King Akampi Reedfist. Any of them could be the traitor. There's Toki Two-Face, Yakate Farwalker, and Itzko Twisted Obsidian. All of them could be swayed to the Shadow Queen. I suggest you speak to Toki Two-Face first. She's never liked me, and I believe she has acted directly against my people.
Huh. You survived Mangrove Marsh, I see. Did you find my scouts in the end? An agreement to hand over Tula Village in time? I'm not sure I like that. Avians are tricksy. We'll discuss it with the king. Time for that later. The Thunderhorns in the city are on the verge of rebellion. Can you help me? Defeat some of the crazed Thunderhorns to calm them down and find out who or what is steering them up.
The huge hungry lizard told us to throw down the king. He lives in a house in the Zocalo.
Has the king been overthrown yet? Curses, you're not one of my men. Well, I'll tear you down and then the king too. I'm sorry. I have no faith in King Axaya Knifemoon to lead us to victory.
The huge hungry lizard was behind it? Well, we're going to make him repair all the damage he's done. Greedy, selfish, unevolved trilobites like the huge hungry lizard will always try to take advantage of the chaos. We must do something to unify the people and build morale. The Aslan statue in the Zocalo is damaged. Let us repair it. There is a half-submerged statue in Mangrove Marsh. Haul it back to use as raw material.
You managed to pull, haul, and heave the statue out of the muck. You hope the stains will come out of your gear. Seriously, do these people have any idea how long you've been studying as a wizard? Yet here you are, once again, in the muck. As you look the statue over, you notice a part is missing. The head. Probably important. A trail goes into that tomb.
You want my head? Only if you defeat me. Otherwise, I will take yours. My good eye!
Oh, for the love of the spiral. You thought the mud on the body was bad enough. Ghoul spit. Gross.
Good work. How's your stonemasonry? That was a joke. I wouldn't expect a magician to know anything about stonework. However, if you take the pieces over to Old Man Huehue, he can help you restore the Aslan statue. Then you can raise it up.
Ah, the statue of Aslan. Did you know he was one of the first heroes of Azteca? Of course I can help you fix it. I have some excellent tools, and maybe a little bit of magic. Good as new. You can raise it to the plaza in the Zocalo now.
With some help, you raise the statue back to its proper place in the Zocalo. Looking good there, Aztlan.
Thank you for your help, magician. Anything we can do to unite the people in this time of strife is important. I will let King Axaya know how you have helped this day. You may tell Pakal Red Mask that you have my thanks.
Toki Two-Face was concerned about the people's morale and unifying all behind the king? Doesn't sound like a traitor. Toki is not the traitor. That leaves us with two other possibilities to serve the king. Find and talk to Itzko Twisted Obsidian. He's in the Zocalo. I'm not sure about him. Not at all.
You are Pakal's pet outsider? Toki Two-Faced warned me about you. Toki Two-Faced said you were a capable duelist among your other qualities. Well, I have need for such a one. I believe there is an evil conspiracy aslither who benefited from King Akampi Reedfist's demise. Axaya, of course. But King Axaya is young and green. He must have someone behind him, controlling the hungry dead. I suspect the Thunderhorns. Although Axaya is a smoking mirror, the Thunderhorns gain much power with a weak king on the throne. Go into the Cenote, outsider, and defeat the Moonskull zombies to find a clue to their master. I'm sure it will be a Thunderhorn.
You hear a bellow for help from deep in the mine.
Help! Please, help! Ah, what have we here? A magician? You have boldly gone where none have gone before. Peace or utter destruction? It's up to you, magician. Magician!
Thanks. I didn't think we would make it out of there.
There are trapped Thunderhorns in the mines? That is very distressing. Perhaps they are not behind the Hungry Dead at all. If we cannot get to the black putrid heart of the curse of the Hungry Dead, we will know no peace. I do not, as a rule, go to the Thunderhorns, but perhaps this time I must make an exception. Consult with the Thunderhorn shaman, Tezcat 3-star, as to how to deal with the Hungry Dead.
Hello, magician. Itzko sent you to consult with me? What next? The sun fails to rise? It's grimly amusing that it takes an apocalyptic event for Itzko to ask for my help. However, Pakal, Zelen, and I have been in deep meditation. We need undead compounds from the smoking mirror zombies in Cenote. Then you'll have to battle a ghoul, Azkal Fireant, to get Essentia. Take them to the calendar stone in the Pyramid of White Fire and call forth a vision. Then return to us.
Hot, salty blood. I have a thirst. Ah, don't tread on me.
Azkal Fire Ant scampers away, leaving the Essentia for you. You burn the undead compounds and add the Essentia as Tezcat 3-star instructed you. Morganthe, the Shadow Queen, of course, but who is that with her? A harbinger of doom who feels eerily familiar. This dark servant's awakening causes the dead of Azteca to rise, restless and hungry.
You saw a vision? The Shadow Queen, of course, at the heart of the mass of hungry dead, but she could not do it alone. This dark servant you saw her awaken in the Pyramid of the Black Sun is her conduit to the most powerful death magic. The hungry dead will not stop unless you defeat the Shadow Queen and her dark servant. Pakal has a suggestion for your next step. There is perhaps only one logical choice left for the traitor to King Axaya.
I think it's safe to say that neither Toki Two-Face nor Itzko Twister Obsidian are Turnscales. Both support King Axaya. So who is left? There is only one choice left. If the Storm Cayman was correct, you must confront Yakate Farwalker as a traitor. Go to Yakate's house and see what he is up to. His house is just here in the Zocalo.
Although no one answers your knock, you hear a chilling, clicking, scratching noise from inside.
You are looking for Yakate Farwalker? You are too slow, light child. He is already with the king, and another king will fall. My defeat does not matter. My brethren will swarm over you and take you away to the Shadow Web, piece by piece.
Ay, caramba. Yakate really is the traitor. He was the one who first suggested the king send troops after Tula village, weakening our forces. Quickly, fly to the Jura Palace and deal with Yakate Farwalker. Save King Axaya Knife Moon from the Shadow Queen's minion.
Please help us. Free us before the fire dooms us all.
The king was taken into his private chamber by Yakat the Farwalker and the Umbra Legion. We cannot reach them till the fire is out. Turn on the fountains to douse the flames! Well done. Hurry to the private chamber and save the king. We'll keep your back out here.
Magician! The Shadow Queen's hand has been revealed. Smash this traitor and free me!
You fool, Axaya. Of course it's clear I serve the Shadow Queen. Your light simply makes the shadows longer. The outsider may have saved your life, but no matter. I've got what I came for.
No! The badge of leadership!
You may all die now, as you choose. Ishtab, take me to the Shadow Queen.
Free me now, magician! I cannot believe I was betrayed by my own advisor. Come with me to the throne room. You have come. Good. Yakate Farwalker stole the badge of leadership. But why? Find out where that thrice-cursed Turnscale fled, and tan his hide! Go consult with Zaylen Reedwalker. Perhaps she can figure out a plan.
Magician, your face tells us everything. Yakate stole King Axaya's badge of leadership? That's terrible. The mark of royalty can be used to enter the pyramids.
Only the avian royals know how to find the Pyramid of Mother Moon. The Shadow Queen must be bringing her forces to Alto Alto.
King Axaya foolishly cut the Infinity Bridge that once connected the City of Three Winds to Zultun Island. You'll need another way across. You'll have to make a cloud sailing raft. Go to Mangrove Marsh and find a hollow log.
And you'll need a Huehuetl drum. The tomb of Poca Cruelstar has one. Perhaps Poca has not risen as a hungry dead yet.
Yes, get the hollow log and the Huehuetl drum from Poca Cruelstar's tomb and come back here.
I have a hole inside me, deep like a hunger that can never be filled. Come, let me try to fill that hole with your heart. My star is extinguished! You collect the Huehuetl drum. You can sense some power contained within its skin.
You are fast and efficient, magician. How will the magician steer the cloud sailing raft? If you end up in the underworld, we are all doomed.
Perhaps the Monkistans can teach him how to sail the clouds? That's how they got here, at any rate.
Good idea. Ask the Monkistans for a quick lesson, or, barring that, some kind of rudder.
By the water of life, which you note I still have not found, it is the enormous rattler again. Teach you how to sail the clouds? Easier to teach a piggle to fly. Wait, that doesn't work. Next, you'll want an air rudder. You do? If you can get an ornamental vase from the Night Weavers, I'll swap you. The vase is very beautiful, but what do you call a vase that is empty? Half full? No, wait, that doesn't work either. The answer is waiting to be filled, of course. I've heard of a moon-skull priestess who takes water from a sacred spring for her rituals. This could be the water of life. Find the tomb in Mangrove Marsh with the sacred spring and fill the vase. Then you can have the air rudder.
A magician.
You want to drink from the sacred spring? Only I and a hungry date may drink from it. Shall I kill you and then awaken your everlasting hunger? Curse you, magician! The Shadow Queen never said there would be days like this!
You fill the vase with water from the spring. It's clear and cold, but as to whether it has mystical qualities, you are rather doubtful.
Look at how much we've accomplished together. Just think, if you serve me all the time... Okay, never mind. It was just an idea. Now I have the water of life. I will become the most powerful Monkistan ever known. Greater than even Gorted. Wait, the Moonskull Priestess was giving it to the undead? I don't want to become some kind of vampire. I must think this over. But you did what you said. Take the air rudder. I don't know how you're going to fit it into your bag. Well, look at that. May shade and rain follow you, you two tall mutant. Go take it back to your mystics.
An air rudder. How marvelous. In order to lift, carry, and push your cloud sailing raft, you'll need some wind. Yes? There are 3 caverns beneath the Tree of Secrets in Saltmeadow Marsh. Each is home to a lesser wind spirit. Duel the Fuego Spirit for a sultry breeze, the Tempestad Spirit for a storm-tossed gale, and the Yellow Spirit for a chill blast. Don't lose the winds you catch. Bring them all back here.
You look cold and wet. Come, warm up in my embrace. There, take the sultry breeze. I hope you get dust in your eye.
Hear my thunder! Feel the flash and crackle of my lightning! Tremble in your bones! I'll never amount to a real storm. You think I was a pretty good tempest? That's kind of you to say. Please, take this storm-tossed gale and use it well.
I'll reach into your lungs and freeze your breath away. Here is the chill blast.
You've acquired an excellent collection of winds. Now you've got everything you need. Go to the dock and assemble the cloud sailing raft. You'll need to drum on the wewettle to bind the winds to the raft. Once it is complete, let us know if it worked. This is our first time doing this.
You find a comfortable spot on the dock and start hammering out a powerful song. A song of the sky and winds and clouds. A song of storms. A song of summer sailing and winter gales. A song of binding.
Nice drumming. Sounds like it all came together. Before you go, speak to Pakal Redmask. He can guide you on what to expect on Zultun.
Ready, magician, to see the mysteries of the avians unfurl before you? Zultun is a large island with many distinct areas. In better times, Zultun Dock was a trade port linking Azteca source and avians. Beyond the dock is the dense Cloudburst Forest. My people live in the highest branches, in Alto village. Once you reach Zultun Dock, look for Onyx Rainsan, a jaguar. She'll guide you to King Neza, then to the Pyramid of Mother Moon.
You are an ally of Zaylen, Tezcat, and Pakal? This Shadow Queen is trying to reach the Pyramid of Mother Moon. That is a hard path to find, but not so easy for us either. I saw Yakate Farwalker go with the Shadow Queen's minions into Cloudburst Forest. Her forces burned the docks and barred the gate. We need to see if there are any good birds left. Confront some copper wings and see whom they serve.
We serve Captain Chantico Blue Air. He commands from the guard nest.
Chantico Blue Air, Head into the guard nest and confront Chantico Blue Air. We need to know if he is serving the Shadow Queen. I hope he isn't.
Another of the Shadow Queen's minions. Prepare to taste defeat. Okay, I believe you now. I'm sorry I accused you of serving the Shadow Queen. Can we chatter outside? I must apologize again. The Shadow Queen has turned half of my men against me, so I'm a bit paranoid. A number of weak-willed and greedy avians have gone over to the Shadow. They raided our weapons and my men are defenseless. Can you defeat the seed thieves and recover our spears? Good job! This will help strengthen us and weaken them at the same time. We won't be able to open the main gate until we defeat the Shadow Queen's right hand. He lurks in the Charred Tower. He has many of my men trapped inside. Can you get into the Charred Tower, defeat the Shadow Queen's servant, and free my men?
As you examine the Charred Tower, you see a powerful ward guarding the door. You know no easy way to remove it.
That ward you described sounds powerful and dangerous. We must rescue those men! Perhaps your escort, the Jaguar Shaman, knows how to unravel the ward. Ask Onyx Rainson.
A ward holds the door to the Charred Tower shut tight. The Shadow Queen's ways are devious. I should be able to untangle the ward and get you entrance, but my charm bag was scattered in the fighting. Can you help me recover the charms that the seed thieves stole? I suspect a few charms are still lost in the streets, too. You are remarkable. I'll need a vessel to prepare the ritual to get through the ward. The fiercest seed thief has such a thing in her nest. Go into the nest of Mazen Stingerby and get the Jar of 5 Suns from her. Don't fail.
Danger! Intruder! Get out! Out, I say! I'll peck your face! Take your Jar of 5 Suns and leave me in peace!
Terrific work. You got the Jar of 5 Suns from Mazen Stingerby with hardly a scratch. I mixed up a potent wash that would cleanse away the ward. Here is some wash from the jar. Use it to open the Charred Tower. Once inside, defeat the Shadow Queen's servant and free Chantico's men.
The wash that Onyx Rainson made smells crisp, sweet, sharp, and has a citrus note. The wash completely wipes away the protective ward. It makes your fingers tingle, but smells pretty.
The Shadow Queen said to keep an eye out for you. She said whomever defeats you can keep one of your eyes for good luck. I'm going to have nightmares about this forever!
Ha! It sounds like a decisive victory for our side. Tell Chantico Blue Air the good news, assuming his men haven't told him about your exploits already.
I heard this story, how you defeated the shadow creature soundly. thank you for freeing my men! With the Shadow Queen's servant gone, we can burn away the webs holding the main gate shut. Collect a torch from one of the night terrors in the area. It should serve to burn the web away. The one you are chasing, Yakate Farwalker, fled into Cloudburst Forest. Open the gate, and I will meet you among the underbrush.
You touch the night terror's torch to the thick webs. They flare up like dry kindling. The heat and acrid smell are so intense, they force you to shy away for a moment as the gate unlocks.
The forest paths are no longer safe as the Shadow Queen's forces prowl here unchallenged. We've heard whispered songs from Alto Alto village that the Shadow Queen's forces have invaded the canopy. She's after our king. But I don't know why her forces patrol the forest floor. Surely they must have some other purpose than simply to cause chaos. Can you defeat some splinter wings and see if they'll tell us what the Shadow Queen is plotting?
You may have stopped me, but one of us will find Lady Zinzin before you do. She can't hide down here forever.
They are searching for Lady Zinzin 7-star? Those foul wings! Princess Zinzin is the king's granddaughter. Lady Zinzin must be hiding down here to keep out of the Shadow Queen's clutches. If they caught her, King Nessa would break. We must find Lady Zinzin before the Shadow Servants can. Search for any evidence of Lady Zinzin's trail you can find.
This ground nest looks recently abandoned, and there are signs of a struggle. You find some feathers and a few sparkling rings. Could be evidence of the princess. A trail leads off into a nearby clearing.
How could you have lost that songbird, Lady Zinzin?
It wasn't me that first found her. It was you.
I knocked her out of the sky.
You barely scratched her, so she got away from me.
Never mind. We have a scepter and cloak and a handful of feathers. We can use that to convince King Neza she is a prisoner.
He will have no choice but to believe us. Wait, what was that noise?
The wizard! The Shadow Queen will not like this one bit!
You collect all of the Lady Zinzin's trappings that the bad guys were holding. No other sign of the princess, though.
It's good that you heard and foiled their plot. Lady Zinzin must still be safe in hiding. Go up to Alto Alto village and tell King Nessa that his granddaughter is still free. How to get there? You can't fly, can you? Ask Onyx Rainsun. The jaguars travel freely throughout the realm. She'll meet you by the Eternal Falls. I will keep my men fighting the Shadow Queen's forces down here.
You need to go up to Alto Alto? There is no easy path for those of us who don't have wings. There is an ancient path to Alto Alto, which takes you up by way of the Eternal Falls. I will help you with the ritual. First, drive back some of the Tewano spirits so you can climb to the cave of Poison Waterflower, a cruel priestess. You need the pulp of the prickly pear cactus that grows in her cave.
Who dares intrude on me? I see doom for my people. And yours. Let me hasten your end. Take what you must, but know that you only quicken your own demise.
Well done. I'm glad Poison Waterflower's dark omens did not put you off your game. You'll need to defeat more of the evil winds, the Tewano spirits, to reach the second cave. The cave is home to a hungry caiman. You'll have to conquer him to reach the altar at the back of his cave. Drop the pulp of the prickly pear cactus onto the altar. It will release an emblem glyph that we need.
You drop the prickly pear cactus pulp upon the altar. It has a sweet and syrupy smell. There is a song of a howling wind rushing through the cave. When it silences, you see a stone inscribed with an emblem waiting for you. The emblem glyph has a picture of a huge waterfall with a tall stone pillar beside it.
You got the emblem glyph. Take the emblem glyph to the Cloudbearer pedestal. You will see a groove where you place it. It will raise the sky pillar. Climb up quickly, and don't look down. I'll meet you up top.
The emblem glyph fits perfectly into the groove on the Cloudbearer pedestal. There's a deep, low grinding. The sound is something you can barely hear, but it resonates in your bones. The sky pillar suddenly lurches up into the clouds. Something that huge should not move so quickly.